Welcome to the tale of a delicious adventure in a wonderful land. You can tell it will be delicious. Can't you smell it already? Oh, how I love that gorgeous smell. You've all heard of Cadbury, Rowntree, Fry's, Nestle's, Wonka. What's that? You say, what's Wonka? You mean you don't know what Wonka is? Why, Wonka chocolate, of course. I admit that Willy Wonka's chocolate is fairly new, but it's also the greatest chocolate ever invented. Why, Mr. Willy Wonka himself is the most amazing, the most fantastic, the most extraordinary chocolate maker the world has ever seen. He's invented things like, say, why, I'm not going to tell you what he's invented. You came to see for yourself, so I'll let you do just that. But before I do, I should perhaps fill you in on what's been happening around here lately. Because Mr. Willy Wonka makes the best chocolate in the whole wide world, 3 other great chocolate makers known as Mr. Fickelgruber, Mr. Prodnose, and Mr. Slugworth sent spies to work for Mr. Wonka in order to discover his secrets. Well, they must have been good spies, because soon afterwards, these 3 chocolate makers began making such delicious Wonka favorites as ice cream that never melts, chewing gum that never loses its flavor, and candy balloons that you could blow up to huge sizes before you popped them with a pin and gobbled them up. Mr. Wonka didn't know what to do. He didn't know who the spies were, and if he continued to operate his factory, all his secrets might be stolen. So he did the only thing he could. He sent all the workers home and closed the factory. You might think that would be the end of Mr. Willy Wonka, but no, sir, not him. After months and months went by, the factory suddenly began operating again. But nobody knew who was running the place. Nobody ever went in, and nobody ever came out. The only thing anyone could see were shadows dancing around in front of the lighted windows. Mighty strange. Well, anyway, to get back to the story, soon there was a big article in the town paper saying that Mr. Willy Wonka, in order to sell a lot of candy once again, was running a contest. Yes, sir, that's right, a contest. He'd secretly wrapped a golden ticket under ordinary wrapping paper in 5 ordinary candy bars. The candy bars were said to be found anywhere, in any shop, in any street, in any town, in any country in the world, upon any counter where Wonka's candies are sold. The 5 winners will get to tour Mr. Wonka's new factory and take home enough chocolate for the rest of their lives. Now that, my friends, is where our story begins. 4 of the tickets have already been found. Oh, by the way, would you like to meet the 4 lucky people? All right, listen and watch carefully. I think they're here somewhere. Let's see, Augustus Gloop. Where are you, Augustus Gloop?
Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I love chocolate. Yum. Food, food. Yum. I love food. Yum. Chocolate. The Z's golden ticket is my new ticket to eat. Don't eat. Don't eat. Don't eat. Don't eat. Yum. Chocolate. Chocolate. Chocolate.
Well, friends, that was our first golden ticket finder, Augustus Gloop. Let's see now if the lucky girl who found our second golden ticket is here. Oh, Violet Beauregard.
I'm a gumshoer normally, but when I heard about these ticket things on Mr. Wonka's, I laid off the gum and switched to candy bars in the hope of striking me lucky. Now, of course, I'm right back on gum. I just adore gum. I can't do without it. I munch it all day long, except for a few minutes at mealtimes. When I take it out, I stick it behind my ear for safekeeping. To tell you the honest truth, I simply wouldn't feel comfortable if I didn't have that little wedge of gum to chew on every moment of the day. I really wouldn't. My mother says it smells ladylike and looks ugly to see a ghost shots me up and down like mine do all the time. But I don't agree. And who is she to criticize anyways? Because if you ask me, I think that her chops are going up and down. Almost as much as mine are, just when yelling at me every minute of the day. Now, it may interest to you to know that this piece of gum I'm chewing on right at this moment is one I've been working on for 3 months solid. That's a world record, you see. It's beaten the record held by my best friend, Miss Cornelia Prince-Meadow. And was she ever mad? It's my most treasured possession now. And this piece of gum, at nights, I just stick it on the end of the bedpost, and it's as good as ever in the mornings. A bit hard at first, maybe.
Such a lucky girl, isn't she wonderful? The 3rd golden ticket was found by another lucky girl. Her name is Veruca Salt. Is Veruca here now?
Where's my golden ticket? I want my golden ticket. Oh, yes. Here it is. As soon as I told my father that I simply had to have one of those golden ticket things, he went out into town starting buying up all the Wonka candy bars he could have laid his hands on. Thousands of them he must have bought, hundreds of thousands, and then he loaded them onto trucks and sent directly to his own factory. He's in the peanut business, you see, and he's got about 100 women working for him over at his joint, shelling peanuts for roasting and salting. That's what they do all day long, those women. They just sit there, shelling peanuts for roasting and salting. So he says to them, "Okay, girls," he says, "from now on you can stop shelling peanuts and start shelling the wrappers off these crazy candy bars instead." And they did. They started yanking the paper off those bars of chocolate, full speed ahead, from morning till night. But 3 days went by and we had no luck. Oh, it was terrible. Each day I would get more and more upset and I would scream at him, "Where's my golden ticket? I want my golden ticket." And I would lie on the floor for hours, kicking and yelling in the most disturbing way. And then finally, on the evening of the 4th day, one of his women workers yelled, "I got it, a golden ticket!" And he said, "Give it to me quick." Then he rushed it home and gave it to me. And I'm all smiles, and we have a happy home once again.
Thank you, Veruca. Isn't she a lovely girl? Now, the 4th and last ticket was found by a boy named Mike TV. I wonder if Mike's got his ticket with him. Where are you, Mike?
Of course I got a golden ticket, but why can't everyone just leave me alone? I want to watch television. I watch all the shows every day, even the crummy ones with no CGI. I like Star Wars the best. They're terrific. Those stormtroopers, especially Darth Vader in the lightsaber battles. Plus the vehicles. I have a speeder bike. But I put it together because I'd miss my shows. I have 12 Lego AT-ATs. But I put it together because I'd miss my shows. Oh boy, what I wouldn't give to go on the Death Star. I'm gonna be a bounty hunter like Boba Fett. It's the life, I tell ya. It's terrific. Hey, have you seen that?
And that, folks, is Mike TV. Sorry for bothering you, Mike. Now we're going to take a look at the hero of our story, Charlie Bucket and his family. Let me introduce them to you. This is the home of Charlie Bucket. 7 people live here. There are only 2 rooms and only 1 bed, so you can see that life is extremely uncomfortable. These 2 very old people are the father and mother of Mr. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine. And these 2 very old people are the father and mother of Mrs. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa George and Grandma Georgina. The bed was given to the 4 old grandparents because they were so old and tired. And of course, they're all over 90 years old. This is Mr. Bucket. This is Mrs. Bucket. They and little Charlie Bucket sleep in the other room, upon mattresses on the floor. As you know, this can be very cold in the wintertime. They can't buy a better house because they don't have any money and there aren't any better jobs. Mr. Bucket is the only one who can work and, well, he lost his job a few weeks ago. Yes, it's very sad, but you see, the toothpaste factory had to close down. Without Mr. Wonka's chocolate factory open anymore, nobody ever got any cavities, and they didn't buy any toothpaste, and well, you know how it goes. Oh wait, gee, I almost forgot. This is the hero of our story, Charlie Bucket. Charlie's a nice boy. Of course, he's been starving lately. In fact, the whole family has. But I'm worried about Charlie, though. Why, did you know that Charlie is so weak from not eating that he walks instead of running like the other kids so he can save his energy? Well, I've said far too much already. Let's find out what's happening at the Bucket House now. I'll see you later.
Well, it seems like 4 children have found golden tickets. I wonder who the 5th lucky person will be.
I hope it's no one like their repulsive Baruch kid.
Or as spoiled as that Veruca Salt girl.
Or living such a useless life as that TV boy.
It makes me wonder if all children act like this nowadays, these brats that we've been hearing about.
Well, some children do, in fact, quite a lot of them, but not all of them.
And now there's only 1 ticket left. White stuff. And just as sure as I'll be having cabbage soup for supper tomorrow, that ticket will go to some nasty little beast who doesn't deserve it.
Well, I bet I know somebody who'd love to find that golden ticket. How about it, Charlie? You like chocolate more than anyone I ever saw.
Yes, I sure would, Grandpa Joe. It just about makes me faint anytime I pass Mr. Wonka's chocolate factory. The smell of that wonderful chocolate makes me so dreamy that I often fall asleep and bump into Mr. Wonka's fence. But I guess I should realize that dreams don't come true. Just imagine, me imagining that I could win the 5th golden ticket. Why, it's pure imagination.
Well, Charlie, it may be pure imagination, but I've heard tell that sometimes what you imagine does come true.
You really think so, Grandpa Joe? Gee, I wonder.
I sure wish Charlie had won that 5th golden ticket.
You mean with that 10 pence we gave him for his birthday present yesterday?
Yes, the one that we gave him to buy the one piece of candy that he gets every year.
Yes, no, that was really a shame.
But think of how Charlie enjoyed the candy. He just loves Willy Wonka chocolate. He didn't really act that disappointed.
No, he didn't.
Well, he may have not acted disappointed, but that's because he's a fine boy and doesn't want any of us to feel sorry for him. I sure hope it can. I would do anything for that boy. Why, I would even...
Mom, Dad, Grandpa Joe, Grandfolks, you'll never believe what happened.
Good gracious, Charlie. What happened?
Well, I was walking home, and the wind was so cold, and the snow was blowing so hard, and I couldn't see where I was going. And I was looking down to protect my face, and...
Go on, Charlie. Go on. What is it?
And there it was, just lying there, kind of buried. And I looked around, and no one seemed to look as if they had lost anything. So I picked it up, wiped it off, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
He did it.
No. I found a 50-pence piece. But then I thought it wouldn't hurt if I bought a Wonka Woople Scrumptious Fudge Melt Delight, since it was my 50 pence, and I was just so hungry for one.
Yes, go on.
Well, I opened the wrapper slowly, and...
Charlie,
No. I ate the candy. There wasn't any golden ticket. But then I still had 45 pence left. And well, you know how I love chocolate.
Oh, Charlie, you're not 60. You didn't spend all the money
Well,
on
no. As a matter of fact, I bought another Wonka Woople Scrumptious Fudge Melt Delight, and I found the 5th golden ticket.
You what?
I really did. I found the 5th golden ticket.
He did it! I told you the other day!
Boy, Grandpa Joe, I sure am glad that Dad let you take me today.
Well, Charlie, I guess he just feels that we understand each other.
Plus, you seem to know all about Willy Wonka and what's happened to him.
Well, Mr. Wonka's been an important man in this town for a good long time. Some people said some unkind things about him after he closed down the factory, but I always felt that he had his reasons. In fact, I'm quite excited about this golden ticket thing. It's a good excuse to see what is happening in that factory and how he's running it.
Speaking of golden ticket, Grandpa Joe, could I just read it one more time? I know it sounds silly, but the whole thing just seems so magical.
Sure, Charlie, let me just... Here it is.
Let's see now. It says, "Greetings to you, the lucky finder of this golden ticket. From Mr. Willy Wonka. I shake you warmly by the hand. Tremendous things are in store for you. Many wonderful surprises await you. For now, I do invite you to come to my factory and be my guest for one whole day. You and all others who are lucky enough to find my golden tickets. I, Willy Wonka, will conduct you around the factory myself, showing you everything there is to see. And afterwards, when it's time to leave, you'll be escorted by a procession of large trucks. These trucks, I can promise you, will be filled with enough delicious eatables to last you and your household for many, many years. In this way, you'll be able to keep yourself supplied with tasty morsels for the rest of your life. And afterwards, when it's time to leave, and when it's time to leave, when it's time to come, you must come to the factory gates at 10 p.m. sharp. Don't be late. And you are allowed to bring either 1 or 2 members of your own family to look after you to ensure you don't get into any mischief. One more thing. Be certain to have this golden ticket with you, or else you will not be admitted. Signed, Willy Wonka.
And look, Charlie, today's the 1st of February, and it seems that everyone's arriving together.
There he is. That's him. It's Willy Wonka.
Welcome! Welcome!
Welcome.
Welcome, everybody! Now, let's see if I recognize you from the photos in your paper. You're Augustus Gloop.
Yeah, and this is, meine Mutter?
Delighted to meet you both. Delighted. You must be Violet Beauregard.
So what if I am? Let's just get on with the whole thing, huh?
And you must be Mrs. Beauregard. Very happy to meet you. Very happy. You're Veruca Salt.
Don't shake his hand, Daddy. It's probably all sticky and chocolatey from working in the factory. After all, he does only run a silly little factory. He's not important enough to shake hands with anyways.
You're Mike TV. Enchanted. Yes, Enchanted.
Come on, I'm missing all my
And we're the TVs. Pleased to meet you.
You must be the boy who found the ticket just yesterday. Congratulations. You're Charlie Bucket, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Thank you, and sir, this is my Grandpa Joe.
Howdy, Mr. Wonka. I'm real pleased to meet you.
How do you do, Mr. Grandpa Joe? How do you do? Now, is that everybody? Why, I suppose it is. Now, our tour's about to begin, and do make sure you're staked together. I wouldn't like to lose any of you at this stage of the proceedings. Follow me through this big red gate. That's right, it's nice and warm inside. It has to be warm for my workers. They're used to an extremely hot climate. They'd perish if they came out in this weather. Why, they'd freeze to death.
But who are these, workers?
All in good time, my dear boy. Be patient. You shall see everything as we go along. Is everybody ready?
I'm tired. Seems like we could turning left, turning right, and turning left again for the whole hour or so. When are we going to eat? I'm hungry. I want food. Do you hear me? No!
Grandpa Joe, it seems like we've been going downward for the longest time.
Well, Charlie, I think it's because Mr. Wonka said that all of his most important rooms are underground, and we're going deep down below the surface.
I wonder why.
Well, I think it's because some of his rooms are supposed to be massive. Some are larger than football fields. They wouldn't nearly fit up here.
Here we are. This is the chocolate room. It is the nerve center to my entire factory, the very heart of my operation.
I don't see anything but that old river over there. Where's the food? I'm hungry!
And wouldn't you just look at those pipes over there? There must be 10 or 11 of them. I wonder what they're for.
See that river right there? It's made entirely of chocolate. Hot, melted chocolate. There's enough in there to fill every bathtub in the entire country and all the swimming pools. Isn't it terrific? And just look at my pipes!
But Mr. Wonka, it's all brown and muddy looking.
Because it's chocolate. Weren't you listening? Anyway, my pipes. They suck up the chocolate and take it wherever it is needed in the entire factory. Thousands of gallons an hour, my dear children. Thousands and thousands of gallons.
Look, what is it? It's moving. It's walking. Why? It's a little person. It's a little person down there behind one of those pipes.
She's right, Grandpa Joe. It's a little person. Can't you see him?
I see it, Charlie.
There's two of them. My gosh, so there is.
There's more than 2. There's 4 or 5.
What are they doing?
Where did they come from?
Who are they? Aren't they fantastic?
No higher than my knee.
And look at their funny hair. They can't be real people.
Nonsense! Of course they're real people. They're some of my workers.
That's impossible. There are no people in the world as small as that.
No people in the world as small as that? Then let me tell you something. There are more than 3,000 of them in my entire factory. They're Oompa Loompas.
Oompas? What do you mean?
Imported direct from Loopaland. And oh, what a horrible country it is! Nothing but thick jungles infested with the most dangerous beasts. Hornswogglers and snozzwangers and the horrible, wicked wingdoodle. A wingdoodle would eat 10 Oompa Loompas for breakfast and come galloping back for a second helping. When I went out there, they were living in tree houses. They had to live in tree houses to escape from the hornswogglers and the snozzwangers and the wingdoodles. They were practically starving to death, eating nothing but green caterpillars, red beetles, eucalyptus leaves, and the bark of the bong tree. They loved cacao beans, but they only found about 1 or 2 a year. They would dream about cacao beans all night and talk about them all day. It just so happens that cacao beans are the very thing from which chocolate is made of. So I talked to the leader of the tribe in Oompa Loompish and told them that they could have all the cacao beans they wanted if they came and worked for me in my factory. Well, he was so excited that he jumped up and threw his bowl of mashed caterpillars right out the treehouse window. So, here they are. They're terrific workers. They all speak English now, and they love singing and dancing. I believe you'll hear a good deal of singing today from time to time.
Mommy, Daddy, I want an Oompa Loompa. I want you to get me an Oompa Loompa. I want an Oompa Loompa right away. I want to take it home with me. Go on, Daddy, get me an Oompa Loompa.
Now, Grandpa, we can't interrupt Mr. Wonka.
But I want an Oompa Loompa.
All right. Daddy will get you an Oompa Loompa as soon as he possibly can. But I can't get you one right now. You have to be patient. I'll make sure you have one before the day is through.
Augustus, sweetheart, I don't think you'd better do that.
Oh no! Augustus, please! P-L-E-S-A-E! You must come away at once! My chocolate must be untouched by human hands!
Did you hear what the man said? Calm down at once.
This stuff is terrific. Oh boy, I need a bucket to drink it all properly.
No, Augustus! You are dirtying my chocolate!
Augustus, you can give me that hold of yours to about 1 million people all over the country. Augustus, you're leaning too far out. Save him! He'll drown. He can't swim a yard. Murder, police. Augustus, where are you going? He disappeared.
He's being sucked closer to one of those pipes.
He disappeared. Where's that pipe go to?
Oh, he'll be perfectly fine. Just you wait and see.
He'll be marshmallow.
Impossible.
Why not?
Because that pipe doesn't lead to the marshmallow room. It leads to a room where I make the most delicious strawberry-flavored chocolate-coated fudge.
My poor Augustus, they'll be selling it by the pound by tomorrow morning. How do you laugh at a situation like this? My boy just sucked up into your fudge room, and he's been sucked into the pipes. You think this is one colossal joke?
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Never! I would never allow it.
Why not?
Because the taste would be terrible. Just imagine it. Augustus flavored chocolate coated glop. No one would buy it.
I wouldn't think about it.
Nor do promise you, your darling boy will be perfectly safe.
If he's so safe, then lead me to him at this instant.
Tell the Oompa Loompas right over there to take you to the fudge room. Once you get there, take a large stick and start poking around the chocolate mixing pot. And do be quick, or he's liable to get poured out. My fudge would be quite uneatable.
What did you say?
I'm joking! Forgive me, madame! See you later, Mrs. Gloop!
Augustus Gloop, the great big reading nincompoop. How long could we allow this beast to gorge and guzzle, feed and feast on everything he wanted to?
Great Scott, it simply wouldn't do. So what do we do in cases such as this? We use the gentle touch. Come on, we cry, the time is right to send him shooting up the pipe. But don't, dear children, be alarmed. Augustus Gloop will not be harmed. Though, of course, we must admit, he will be altered quite a bit.
He'll be quite changed from what he's been when he goes through the fudge machine. Slowly the wheels go round and round, the cogs begin to grind and pound, 100 knives go slice, slice, slice. We add some sugar, cream, and spice. But now, by grace, a miracle has taken place.
This boy who only just before was loathed by men from shore to shore. This greedy brute, this louse's ear, is loved by people everywhere.
For who could hate or bear a grudge against a luscious bit of fudge?
Poor Augustus. Well, I bet we've seen the last of him for a while. Now you folks are really in for a treat. Did you know that Willy Wonka had his very own yacht? That's right, his very own. And boy, is it sharp. It's bright pink and has about 10 Oompa Loompas inside pulling all of the oars. Well, there's no point telling you all about the boat, because in just a second, you should be able to see it coming up the tunnel. Yes. Yes, here it comes now.
It sure is dark in here. How can these dumb Oompa Loompas see where they're going?
There's no knowing where they're going. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction they are rowing or which way the river's flowing. Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing!
He's gone off his rocker.
He's crazy.
He's foaming.
He's nutty.
He's screwy.
He's batty.
He's dippy.
He's dotty.
He's daffy.
He's goofy.
He's buggy.
He's wacky.
He's loony.
No, he's not.
Switch on the lights! Row faster! Faster!
Look, there's a door on the wall. It says cream run, dairy cream, whipped cream, pineapple cream, violet cream, coffee cream, and hair cream.
Hair cream? You don't need hair cream.
There's no time to answer silly questions. Press on!
Look, another door. Whip run.
Whips? What on earth do you need whips for?
To whip whipped cream, of course. Whipped cream isn't whipped cream at all unless it's been whipped with whips. Just as a poached egg isn't a poached egg unless it's been stolen from the woods in the dead of night. Press on!
Bean run. Cacao beans, coffee beans, jelly beans, and has-beans.
Has-beens?
You're one yourself. Row faster! Stop the boat! We're there.
We're where?
Under there.
On where?
You'll see. Now, this is the most important room in my entire factory. My secret new inventions are simmering and cooking in here. Old Fickergruber would give his front teeth to be in here for just 3 minutes. So would Prod Nose and Slugworth and all those other rotten chocolate makers. Now listen up. I want no meddling, no messing around, no touching, and definitely no tasting. Is that clear?
Yeah, we won't touch it.
Everlasting gobstoppers. I made them for children who are given very little pocket money. If you were to poke one of these in your mouth, you'd be able to suck it and suck it and suck it and suck it, and it would never get any smaller.
It's like gum.
It's not like gum. Gum is for chewing. If you were to chew one of these, you'd break your teeth. But it's quite tasty, and it changes color every week. Now that machine over there is where I'm currently working on my new hair toppy. It isn't quite ready yet, but when it is, there'll be no more excuses for little girls and boys running around with bald heads.
But Mr. Wonka, little boys and girls will never go
Don't argue with me, child! Please! Don't argue. Now, if you kindly step this way, I'll show you something I'm terrifically proud of. Stand back. Here we are.
That's it?
That's it. Don't you know what it is?
By gum, it's gum. It's a stick of chewing gum.
Right you are! And this gum is the most fantastic, sensational gum. As in, it's a 3-course meal all by itself. When I start selling this in shops, it'll change everything. It'll be the end of cooking, of marketing, of cleaning up, of dishes, of plates, and of garbage. This piece happens to be tomato soup, roast beef, and blueberry pie. But you can have most anything you want.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you were to start chewing this piece, you would actually taste all those things, and it would satisfy you. It fills you up. It's terrific.
It's utterly impossible.
Just so long as it's gum. Then that's for me. Come on, Mr. Wonka. Hand over this magic gum of yours and let's see if the entire thing works.
Now, Violet, let's not do anything silly.
I want the gum. What's so silly?
I would rather you wouldn't. It isn't quite ready yet. There are still 1 or 2 things.
Oh, to heck with that.
No!
Keep chewing, kiddo. Keep right on chewing, baby. Oh, this is a great day for the Beauregards. Our little girl's the first person in the world to have a chewing gum meal.
Spit it out!
Fabulous. It's great.
Good heavens, girl. What's happening to your nose? It's turning blue.
Oh, be quiet, Mother, and let me finish.
Your cheeks, your chin, your whole face is turning blue. Mercy save us. The girl's going blue and purple all over. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. Oh, what is happening to you? You're glowing all over. The whole room is glowing.
I told you it wasn't ready yet.
Violet, you're swelling up.
I feel most peculiar.
You're swelling up. You're blowing up like a balloon.
Like a blueberry.
Call a doctor. Prick her with a pin. Save her.
It always happens like this. It's the dessert that does it. I can't get it right, but I'll get it right one day. Just you wait and see.
But I don't want a blueberry for a daughter. Put her back this instant.
Fine. Tell the Oompa Loompas here to take her to the de-juicing room.
The juicing room? What for?
To squeeze her! We must get all the juice out of her immediately. Then we'll see what happens. I'm terribly sorry about this. I truly am.
You better be, or I'm going to sue your behind.
Mr. Wonka, will Violet ever be all right again?
Well, when she comes out of the juicing machine, she'll be thin as a whistle, and she'll be purple from head to toe. Well, I guess that's what happens from chewing disgusting gum all day long.
But if it's so disgusting, why do you make it in your factory?
I can't hear a word you're saying. Follow me.
Dear friends, we surely all agree. There is nothing worse to see than some repulsive little bumps always chewing gum. The sticky habit's bound to send the chewer to a sticky end.
Did any of you know a person called Miss Bigelow? This dreadful woman saw no wrong in chewing all day long, and when she could not find her gum, she'd chew up the linoleum, or anything that happened near. A pair of boots, the postman's ear, or other people's underclothes, and once she chewed her boyfriend's nose.
For years and years, she chewed away, consuming 50 packs a day, until one summer's eve at last, a horrid business came to pass. Miss Bigelow went late to bed. For half an hour, she lay and read. At last, she put her gum away upon a special little tray, and settled back and went to sleep. She managed this by counting sheep.
But now, how strange, although she slept, those massive jaws of hers still kept on chewing through the night, even with nothing there to bite. The sleeping woman's great big trap, opening, shutting, snap, snap, snap. Faster, faster, chomp, chomp, chomp.
The noise went on, it wouldn't stop, until at last her jaws decided to pause and open extra wide. And with the most tremendous chew, they bit the lady's tongue in two.
And that is why we'll try so hard to save Miss Violet Beauregard from suffering an equal fate. She's still quite young. It's not too late. Provided she survives the cure. We hope she does. We can't be sure.
Now, stop here for a moment to catch your breath and take a peek, but don't go in. Whatever you do, don't go into the nut room.
Oh, look, Grandpa, look! Miniature squirrels! Jeepers, there must be thousands of them over by that pile of walnuts over there. Why use squirrels? Why not use, Oompa Loompas?
Well, no one can get the whole nut out of walnut shells except for squirrels, and I insist on only using the whole walnut in my factory. See how they first tap, tap, tap the walnut with their knuckles? They're testing to see if it's a bad nut. If it's a bad nut, they won't bother opening it, and they'll just throw it down the rubbish chute.
Mommy, Daddy, I've decided I want a squirrel. Get me one of those squirrels.
Don't be silly, sweetheart. Those all belong to Mr. Wonka.
I don't care about that. I want one. All I've got at home is 2 dogs, 4 cats, 6 bunny rabbits, 3 canaries, a parakeet, 2 turtles, a bowl of goldfish, a cage of white mice, and a silly old hamster. I want one of those squirrels.
All right. Calm down. I'll get you one as soon as I possibly can.
But I don't want any old squirrel. I want a Chilean squirrel.
Very well. Wonka, name your price.
They're not for sale. She can't have one.
Who says I can't? I'm going in to grab myself one right this minute. No! Stop! All right, I'll have you. No, you.
Oh no! The squirrels have jumped on top of her! 25 have her right arm pinned down, 25 have her left arm pinned down, 25 have her right leg anchored to the ground, and 24 have her left leg. And that last squirrel, it's climbed on top of her shoulders and started tapping Veruca's head with its knuckles!
Save her! Veruca, come back! What are they doing to her?
They're testing to see if she's a bad nut. Watch! Guess she's a bad nut after all. Her head must have sounded quite hollow.
Where are they taking her?
Where all other bad nuts go, down the rubbish chute.
Where does the chute lead to?
Well, that particular chute leads to the main rubbish pipe where all the other rubbish from the factory goes. All the floor sweeping, potato peelings, cabbage, fish heads, and stuff like that.
Mr. Wonka, who eats fish, cabbages, and potatoes in this factory? I'd like to know.
I do, of course. You don't think I live on cacao beans, do you?
Now see here, Wonka. I think you've gone just a shade too far this time. I really do. My daughter may be a bit of a frump. I do not mind admitting that. but that does not give you permission to burn her to a crisp. I'm very cross about this. Very cross indeed.
Oh, don't be cross, my dear sir! Maybe she's not down the chute at all. Maybe she's stuck right below the entrance hole. If that's the case, you'll have to go in yourself and fish her out.
Veruca, are you down there? Whoa!
Oh no! The squirrels have pushed her in too!
My goodness, what a load of rubbish there's going to be today. Veruca, are you down there? Gladys, is she with you? Hello? Ah!
Oh dear, what on earth is going to happen to them now?
Well, I suppose someone will catch them at the bottom.
But what about the great fiery incinerator?
Oh, that! Well, they only light that about every other day, so perhaps today they'll be lucky. You never know. Why, I've never seen anything like it. The children are disappearing like rabbits.
My feet are getting tired. I want to watch television.
If you're so tired, then we'd best take the elevator. Right down this way.
Veruca Salt, the little brute, has just gone down the rubbish chute. And as we very rightly thought, like in a case like this, we ought to see a thing completely through. We've polished off her parents too.
Down goes Veruca down the drain, and here perhaps we shall explain that she will meet, as she descends, a rather different set of friends.
Some liverwurst so old and gray one smelled it from a mile away. A rotten nut, a reeky pear, the thing that cat left on the stair, and lots of other things as well, each with a rather horrid smell. These are Veruca's newfound friends that she will meet as she descends, and this is the price she has to pay for going so very far astray.
But now, my dears, we think you might be wondering, is it really right that every single bit of blame and all the scolding and the shame should fall upon Veruca Salt? Is she the only one at fault? For though she's spoiled, and dreadfully so, a girl can't spoil herself, you know.
Who turned her into such a brat? Who are the culprits? Who did that? Alas, you needn't look so far to find out who these sinners are. They are, and this is very sad, her loving parents, Mom and Dad. And that is why we're glad they fell into the rubbish chute as well.
Wow, look, Grandpa Joe, it's a great glass elevator, and look at all the buttons all over.
This isn't any ordinary up and down elevator. This elevator can go long ways and slant ways in any other direction you could possibly think of. This elevator goes to anywhere in the entire factory. All you have to do is press a button and zing, you're off.
And look, each button is labeled.
They each stand for a room.
Let's see. Strawberry juice water pistols, exploding candies for your enemies, stick jaw for talkative parents.
Oh, goodness, child, we don't have all day. Just pick one.
Isn't there a television room or something?
Certainly. That one right there. That's for me. Hold on, everybody.
I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, don't be sick, my dear sir.
Try and stop me.
Then you better take this.
Make this awful thing stop.
Can't. It won't stop till we get there. Let's just hope no one's using the other elevator.
What other elevator?
It's the elevator that goes on the same track as this one, but in the opposite direction.
Holy mackerel, you mean we might have a collision?
I've been lucky so far.
Oh, I am gonna be sick.
No. We're almost there. Don't spoil my hat.
Some ride.
Never again.
Now, before we enter the television chocolate room, there are some dangerous things in there, so I'd like to make myself clear. Absolutely no touching. Okay, everybody out. This is where I keep my latest and greatest invention, television chocolate.
What's television chocolate?
Good heavens, child, stop interrupting me. It works by television. I myself don't like television. I suppose it's good in small doses, but children never seem to be able to take it in small doses. They just want to sit there all day long, staring and staring and staring. That's me! Shut up! Thank you! Now then, the first time I saw an ordinary television working, I was struck by a tremendous idea. If a picture can be taken, broken up into a million tiny pieces, sent whizzing through the air, only to be able to be hit by an antenna and put back together on the other side, why can't I take a real bar of chocolate, break it down to tiny pieces, send it through the air, all ready to be eaten on the other end?
Fantastic.
Now, watch me send a real bar of chocolate from one end of the room to the other. Bring me that bar of chocolate, please. It has to be big, because when you send something by television, it ends up much smaller on the other end. No, you there, my TV! You must come away at once. There are dangerous rays coming out of that thing. You could be broken up into a million pieces in 1 second. That's better. Now then, switch on!
The chocolate, it's gone.
It's soaring through our heads right now. Watch the screen. Take it. How can you take it? It's just a picture on a television screen?
It's a miracle.
Just imagine it. When I start using this across the country, a commercial will flash on screen. Buy Wonka's chocolate. They're the best in the world. Don't believe me? Try one for yourself. No!
But Mr. Wonka, can't you send things like real people through the television screen?
Are you off your rocker?
But could it be done?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I suppose it could. Of course it could. But I wouldn't like to risk it. It might have some very nasty consequences. I'm gonna be the first person we send by television, yeah!
Mike, stop. Come back. You'll be turned into a million tiny pieces.
See you later, alligator.
He's gone. Oh no, he's gone.
We must pray that your darling boy comes out unharmed on the other end. Careful. Watch the screen.
It's taking a heck of a long time to come across.
Hold everything! Something's happening.
Here he comes. Yes, that's him, all right. But he's tiny. Isn't he going to get any bigger?
He's perfectly okay.
You call it okay? He's shrunk.
Yeah.
Of course he's shrunk. What did you expect?
This is terrible. I can't send him to school like this. He'll get squashed. He won't be able to do anything.
But I'll still be able to watch TV, right?
No, you will not be able to watch television. The moment we get home, I'm throwing the television set right out the window. I've had enough of television.
But I don't want that.
I don't care what you want, or how much you yell and scream. Gee, how will Mike ever grow again?
Well, young boys are very springy and elastic. We shall put it through a machine that I use to test the tough stretchiness of chewing gum.
How far do you think he'll stretch?
I don't know, maybe miles. He'll be awfully thin. We must fatten him up with my super vitamins. They contain every vitamin from A to Z. Here, hand these papers to the Oompa Loompas. And try not to look so worried. They come out of the wash eventually. Every single one of them.
The most important thing we've learned, so far as children are concerned, is never, never, never let them near your television set.
They loll and flop and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out. Oh, yes, we know what keeps them still. They don't climb out the windowsill. They never fight, kick, or punch. They leave you free to cook the lunch and wash your dishes in the sink. But do you ever stop to think, to wonder just exactly what this dust your beloved taught?
It rots the senses in the head. It kills imagination dead. His brain becomes as soft as cheese. He cannot think, he only sees. All right, they'll cry, all right, they'll say, but if we take the set away, what shall we do to entertain? Our darling children, please explain.
We'll answer this by asking you, what used the darling ones to do? They used to read. They'd read and read and read, and then proceed to read for more. Great Scott, gadzooks, 1/2 of their lives was reading books. Such wondrous, fine, fantastic tales of dragons, gypsies, queens, and whales, and pirates wearing purple pants, and sailing ships and elephants, and cannibals crouching round the pot, stirring away at something hot.
Oh, books, what books they used to know, those children living long ago. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go throw your TV set away. Fear not, because in about a week or two of having nothing else to do, they'll now begin to feel the need of having something good to read.
P.S. regarding Mike's CD, we very much regret that we shall simply have to wait and see if we can get him back in sight. But if we can't, it serves him right.
Hurry! Which room shall we see next? How many children are left?
Mr. Wonka, I think that only Charlie is left.
You mean you're the only one left?
Why, yes.
Well, that means you won, my dear boy! I congratulate you, I really do! Oh, this is terrific! It's fantastic! You know, I had a hunch right from the very beginning that it was gonna be you. Oh, just think of the things that have to be done! We mustn't dally! There are so many arrangements to be made before the day is out!
But Mr. Wonka, wait. I'm afraid I don't understand all this. What do you mean?
Oh, do forgive me. I forgot you didn't know!
You know what?
I love my chocolate factory. Charlie, do you love my chocolate factory? Think carefully before you answer. It is very important how you feel.
Why, Mr. Wonka, all that I could say is I've never spent a more fantastic day anywhere in my whole life. I really haven't. It's been very exciting today.
Well, I'd like you to know that, of course, you and all the other children will receive the candy I've promised, but I want you, Charlie, to receive much, much more. You see, I'm getting quite old, and it isn't easy to carry out my ideas as it once was. I need some help. That means you! You!
Me?
Yes. I'd like you and Grandpa Joe, and of course all the rest of your family, to move here and live here permanently. I don't have anyone to take over the factory after I've gone, and I can think of no one better than you to run my factory. This will be after I teach you everything I know, of course. And I could think of no one better than you. If you accept my offer, then everything I have is yours.
Will I? Wow, this is more than I could have ever imagined. Will I? Of course I will. Mr. Wonka, thank you, thank you. Just think of it, Grandpa Joe. Wait until we tell Mom and Dad and the grand folks. It will be our chocolate factory, and we're never going to starve again. Oh, just you think of all that chocolate. Oh, just you wait and see.